One of the strategies that I often use with kids when I'm giving them a text, especially a text that at the beginning might be very confusing, is a strategy that definitely I've learned from other AP teachers and comes out of Kelly Gallagher's book. And it's called 20 Questions. And all it is kind of modeled on the game we all played when we were young kids of 20 questions, is that you might give kids a difficult text, like the first chapter in 1984. It's pretty confusing, but it's purposely written that way. And so you assign that as a chapter and you say, you know, you guys, I know that you're probably going to struggle with this because I struggled with it the first time I read it and the second time I read it. I still struggle with it. So I'm going to ask you to read it, and your job is to come up with 20 questions. And then we'll come back together tomorrow and we'll talk about these 20 questions. And then I might read a couple paragraphs out loud and model for them how I would come up with questions so that they would come up with good questions. And so then when they come back the next day, I might put them in groups and have them share their questions and see if they can make some meaning together. Because then they're talking about their learning, they're thinking and collaborating. And then we talk as a group about the questions we still have. And so together we're making meaning, and the kids are doing it on their own rather than me just giving them the answer. Because oftentimes when you have that difficult of a text, it winds up, you read a little, then you explain it to them. And that's just making them dependent on me. And I want kids to be independent.